Hello, welcome to another chair yoga video. I'm Nina G. I'm so glad that you decided to join me today. I'm calling this video Stable and Strong. And we're working with balance, very functional movements so that we can walk safely and securely. We're going to use our chair to get started to warm up, but we also might want to have a wall nearby that we could use to help support us. It's kind of a fun practice to do some different things to build up the strength and to practice staying upright in our movements. So grab your chair, maybe something to connect your feet to the floor, and maybe set up near a wall. We'll get started. Let's come to our chair. Make yourself comfortable. Sit back in the chair, find that length, that inner lift of your spine. Connect your feet to the floor so that they feel connected and grounded, right? Not dangling. So I'm using my yoga blocks, but you might use a pillow or a rolled up blanket or whatever you have available. We're going to use the Brahma Mudra today. And to do that, we make very soft fists with the thumbs in. And then we'll connect that first knuckle. So the palms turn up, that knuckle touches the other. And then we soften the shoulders and let the hands rest. They can rest in the lap. And this is a gesture of energy and vitality, Brahma Mudra. So let's come here. The invitation is to soften or close your eyes and notice how your body feels today. Take a moment to slow down and smooth out the breath. And also take a moment to notice how your energy level is. And notice your mental and emotional state. Is your mind really busy? Are you calm? What's happening? Just a little check-in before we get started. And then we'll release our mudra. You can shake out those fingers. We'll stack palms at heart center and take a moment to set an intention for this practice. Might be this idea of strength or anything else that's important to you today. And then we'll release those hands down to the lap. Take a circle with the shoulders. And now we're going to move to the edge of the chair. So when I move to the edge of my chair, I don't need those blocks anymore. My feet connect to the floor, but I am sitting towards the edge. Sit up tall, drop your shoulders down from the ears. Yeah, check in with this sensation. We'll have our hands on our lap. We'll do a few rounds of cow and cat to start. Inhaling, filling up, arch the back, lift the sternum. And then when we exhale, let's really focus on the core, engaging those abdominal muscles, rounding, dropping the chin. Do that again. Inhale, fill up, relax the belly. Exhale, engage the abdominal muscles and round. 2 more breaths like that. And then sit up tall. Notice how that makes you feel. Slow, smooth breath. Okay, now we're going to do a little movement here. So let's just start with one hand, maybe shaking one hand out, maybe some little circles, just a gentle movement. And you might decide to shake that hand high or shake it low or in front of you or behind you, just kind of bringing some motion into the arm. And then we could add the other one. We could stop with the first and move to the other one. That's kind of interesting. Same idea. Finding movement that feels good. You could do it high or low. Yeah. Then you might decide to do both. Sitting up tall, just getting that energy moving around, hydrating all that fascia in the body. And moving within a range that feels good to you, right? This should feel good, not You're not hurting yourself. And then when you've done what you think is enough, let your hands rest in your lap for a moment and notice the energy moving around in hands, wrists, forearms, like all the way up to the shoulders. So we're going to do it with the leg. Let's take one leg forward, turn the foot at the ankle a few times, and then you might shake it out a bit. Shake it out a bit. So your foot's shaking, the knees moving a little bit. It's just an interesting feeling to do this seated. And then put that foot down. We'll switch to the other side. Make a few circles first, maybe. And then shake it out, shake it out. Yeah. And then put that foot down. And what if we did a little bounce on our hips? So I'm just bouncing, and then I'm going to add my arms. You could even blubber your lips, which is also a lot of fun. So shake, 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 shake high, shake behind you, shake in front of you. Just feel good, and then pause. And now let those hands rest up in your lap, palms up in your lap. Notice all of the sensations in the body. There's a lot happening right now. Okay, so what's the energy level like now? Has that changed since we started just a few minutes ago? Now let's imagine that we have two beach balls in our hands. And beach balls are light, right? They float up. But we're going to turn the palms down now with those beach balls in them, and we're going to push in water. So now the arms are engaged, my hands are engaged, my core is engaged as I push down. As we inhale, we'll float those beach balls up, easy, easy. Exhale, engaging the arms and the core, push down. We'll do two more like that. Push down, yes. Last one. Push down. Yes. And then pause. Take a free breath. Notice how that feels in the core. Notice how the arms feel. Okay, and with our arms down by our side, let's take a little sun breath. Inhale, circle sweep, arms come up. And we know that the arms can be very long, or if your shoulders don't want to go that way, we can take it to a cactus. Easy, no problem. The exhale will float the arms right back down. And we're going to play with that movement. So let's try it again. Inhale, circle sweep. Let's come up. And as we exhale, we're going to float the arms back down. So wherever you were at the top when we went up, that's 100%. We're going to call that 100%. And we're going to break that movement down into 4 pieces, moving a quarter at a time. So with our arms down by our sides, as we inhale, we'll lift up a quarter of that way. Stay here for the exhale, but focus on that core. Next inhale takes you halfway to the top. Exhaling, engaging the core. Third breath, 3/4 of the way. Exhale, core engages all the way up, whatever that means. And this time as we exhale, we'll float the arms all the way back down. Take a breath here. Notice how that makes you feel. We're working the arms by leaving them out there each breath. We'll try it again. Inhale 25% of the way. Stay here for the exhale, engage the core. Inhale 50%. Exhale 75%. Stay here for the exhale. All the way up 100% on your inhale, and then exhale, float the arms all the way back down. Let the hands rest in your lap. Notice how that feels. Okay, so we were moving on the inhale. We were engaging the core on the exhale. So not only the arms, but also that core is working, building that strength that we need to support us in our balancing, in our walking and moving. But now we're going to move on the exhale. So when we inhale, we'll take our arms to 100%, wherever that is. And as we exhale, we're going to float it down a quarter of the way each time. It's a full breath in each movement. Let's reach the arms down by our sides. As you inhale, come all the way up. whatever that is. Now, exhale down a quarter of the way. Use that core. Inhale right here. Exhale, lower to the halfway point. Inhale. Exhale 3/4 of the way down with the arms. Stay for another inhale. Exhale, release those arms all the way down. We'll do it one more time. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, lower a quarter of the way. Engage that core on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, halfway. Inhale. 3/4 of the way down. Core is engaged. We inhale. Exhale, release. Let your hands rest in your lap. Now notice how that makes you feel. Notice how the arms feel. Notice the core. And let's turn our attention to our feet. So let's take our right foot forward. Let's turn the foot at the ankle and go the other way. And maybe point and flex. Yeah. And then put that foot down. We'll try the other foot, left foot. We'll turn that foot at the ankle. Going in both directions. Ooh. And then point and flex. Lots of cricking and cracking there. Put your foot back down. Okay, now let's lift up both heels. Let's lift up both heels. See how that feels. And then lower both heels back down. So when you lift those heels, you might notice sensations in the calf muscles, perhaps in the shin. Just kind of tuning into that, keeping that ankle flexible. That's really important for balance, right? Those feet and ankles need to be able to move and to adjust to keep us upright. Okay, so when you pick up your heels, we're going to call that 100%. Now lower your heels back down. We're going to add in a heel lift to our arm lift. So when we inhale, we're going to take our arms and our heels up 25%. Now remember, those heels are just going to move a little bit. Stay for the exhale. Now I'll go to 50%. Stay here for the exhale. 75%, the heels are almost to their top. Stay for the exhale, engage the core. 100% heels and arms. Exhale, float everything back down, and we'll do it again. Inhale to the 25% point. Stay for the exhale, engage the core. Inhale 50%. Exhaling. The heels lift just a little bit more to get to 75%. Heels and arms all the way to 100%. And we'll float it all the way back down. Let the hands rest in your lap. Okay, so this next one will go up and then we'll come down. That'll be kind of interesting. So arms down by your side. Remember, the arms have a lot more distance to cover than the heels do, right? We're just lifting a little bit at a time here. Okay, and when you're ready, arms down by your side. As we inhale, we'll lift 25% arms and heels, and then we'll stay here for the exhale, engaging the core. And now 50%. 75%. 100%. Heels lift, arms lift. Stay here for the exhale. Stay for another inhale. Now exhale, lower a quarter of the way, heels and arms. Stay for the inhale. Lower to that 50% point. Stay here for the inhale. Don't forget about that core on the exhale. Stay. And then lower completely. Let those hands rest in your lap. Check in with how you feel. Okay, let's release the arms down by the side. Now we'll just keep the heels down. We'll take 2 easy sun breaths. Inhale, circle sweep arms up. Exhale, float the arms all the way back down. One more breath, just like that. Float the arms down, let them rest in your lap. And we're going to make our way to standing now. Okay, I've cleared my workspace. There are no tripping hazards. I do have a mat down here just for some contrast, and I'm standing behind my chair. And you might want to do that as well. Stand behind the chair or close to a wall that you can use for support. And I'm set up real close to this wall today with the camera and everything so that you can see me a little bit better. Now I'm going to move my chair just so you can see what my legs are doing, feet and legs are doing. But we'll stand straight with our toes straight ahead in our mountain pose, soften into your knees, and just begin a little shift side to side. Now, this might not be visible, right? It's not a big shift. I'm not going this way, but I'm thinking about the weight shifting between my feet. And it's not going to 100% in this foot and then 100% in that foot. It's like, oh, I'm like 60-40 now. Most of my weight is in the one leg, and now about 60-40 in the other foot. So both feet are really critical to keeping me upright right now. Just a slow, easy shift side to side, noticing how everything feels. I don't want you to feel like you're at the edge where you might fall. I want us to feel very comfortable in this. And then stop. Come back to center. So again, your chair might be right in front of you and you're holding on to it. And now we're going to shift a little front to back. Again, same thing. It's like a 60-40. This isn't like 100% going into my toes. My heels are staying on the floor. My toes are staying on the floor. Just a very simple, limited shift, front and back, to really tune us in to the sensations in the feet. So we don't want to get to that point where the toes grip. We just want to shift the weight a little bit forward and back. Forward and back. Okay. And then pause, come back to center. See how that feels. Now, from behind our chair, and I think this is probably the best way to show you. I'll have this chair over here. I'm holding on to my chair. I'm going to step my left foot out to the side. My weight shifts, and then I bring it right back to center. And then I'm going to step my right foot out to the side and come back to center. So I'll show you without the chair in front of me, just so you can see. My foot steps out. It's not a big step. My weight is evenly balanced in both feet. And then I bring it back. And then I go to the other side. Foot steps out. I bring it back. Okay, so it's an easy move. I've got the support of the chair in front of me. I could even do this with my hands on the wall. Step to the side, the weight shifts. Step to the other side, the weight shifts, and then I come back. I just keep coming back. Okay, so when we just step to the side, that's almost a dance move. But when we add in our breath, it becomes yoga. So that's what we're going to do now. We'll inhale, take the foot out to the side. The weight shifts. It's evenly balanced in both feet. We exhale, bring it back. Inhale, other leg out to the side. Exhale, return. Keep going like that. You're holding on to the chair or the wall. We come back. Inhale takes us out to the side. Exhale, return. We'll do one more round like that. Now we all know what we're doing. Let's try and keep our hips level rather than shifting it. Keep the hips level. Come back. Okay, pause. Take a breath. Besides the breathing, making it yoga, it's also the awareness. So notice how that feels in your body. Okay, we're going to add on here. We're going to add on. So as we step to the side, I'm just going to step my left foot out, I'll take my left arm out. So this is not a big step. And then I come back. So it's the same thing. The weight is evenly balanced in both feet, but I might also include that arm. Okay, the arm doesn't have to be high, it doesn't have to be wide, just a little release, that's all. So let's try that. I'm going to step out, the arm goes, my weight shifts, that's the inhale. I exhale, come back. So now my weight is evenly balanced, both feet again. Leg goes out, weight balances evenly, the exhale brings me back. Keeping the hips level, keeping that gaze lifted, keeping my posture upright. So I'm not bending down, looking at my feet. One more round each direction. Holding onto the back of the chair, holding onto the wall if that feels right, and then pause. Notice those sensations in the body. Notice how you feel. Do you feel stable? That's what we're working towards here. Okay, this next move, again, might work really well with the chair. Instead of stepping out and shifting that weight so that we're evenly balanced, we're just going to tap. So all my weight now is going to stay in this leg as I tap the toe, come back. My weight shifts to this leg, I tap the toe out and come back. So this helps to build strength in that standing leg. Come back, tap, and come back. Now, can we add in the breath? Inhaling, exhale, return, inhale, exhale, return. Now, if we want to add an arm, we're going to add the opposite arm just to keep those brains working here. So as I tap the one leg out to the side, I can take my other arm out and return. And this doesn't have to be a big move. The arm might just release from the chair back. That's all. So building that strength in that standing leg. Yeah. And return and pause. Notice how that feels. Take a breath. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to do a little sideways walk. We can do this at the wall. We can do it at the chair, however you want to do it. I'll show you at the wall to start. Same idea that we just did. I'm going to step my right foot out to the right. Doesn't have to be big. And then I'll bring my left foot to meet it. And I'll keep going that way towards the camera. Maybe 4, maybe 5 steps. I'm going to step back here so you can just see it at the chair now. And then I go the other way. The left foot's going to step out to the side. This isn't a big step. I bring my right foot to meet it. Left foot out to the side. Right foot to meet it. Keep going. I'm holding on to the chair. It's giving me fingertip control. I can go one more step. I can even use the wall. But my posture is upright. I'm going to go back now. Posture is upright. I'm not looking down. Matter of fact, if we need something to gaze at, I would say maybe 6, 8 feet in front of you on the floor so that we can keep these shoulders upright. And then pause and come back to stillness. So this is a great practice. These are functional movements, right? These are things we do. So this is a great way to practice those movements that we need all the time, right? We often step to the side. If you're, I don't know, in your kitchen cooking and you need to reach for something, you'll do a little side step. So these are functional movements that can serve us here. So let's, if you want to try that together, I'm going to just stand facing the camera now. Your hands can be on the back of the chair. They can be on the wall. We'll take the inhale to step to one side, not a big step. Weight goes into this leg. The other leg meets it. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to take one more in that direction. And then we'll go the other way. Inhale. And then touch. Inhale. Inhale. And pause. This is the kind of practice you can work on your own. You can make your way up to maybe 10 steps in one direction and 10 side steps back. Interesting. Okay, the next one is called a grapevine. So, same idea. And I'm going to say a small step. I'll turn and face the wall first. So I'm going to step my right foot to the side, and then I'll cross my left foot behind. Put the foot down. Right foot out again. Left foot in front. Right foot out. Back. Just the same way we came. So those of you that are into line dancing, you know this move. I'll show it this way now. I'll step one foot out to the side, my right foot out to the side slightly. I can step my left foot in front. I take the right foot out to the side again, and then left foot behind, right foot out to the side. And we can just keep going in that fashion. The foot crosses in front and then in back. Just a real gentle grapevine. Okay, I hit the wall here. I can't go any farther. So these, if you can do it down the wall, maybe 5-6 steps in one direction, 5-6 steps back. Again, very functional movement. Sometimes that foot crosses over, right? You want to make sure you have balance, you have control. You can keep upright. Again, with the gaze, especially if we're working at the wall, it's a great way to keep the gaze lifted because you have the wall to support you as you cross over. These don't need to be big steps. Matter of fact, it's a little bit more challenging the smaller the step is. And then pause. Take a break here. Take a breath. Okay, one more movement. And this one is more of a strength building than a functional movement, but with our hands on the wall or perhaps our hands on the back of the chair, we're going to come into a one-legged balance pose. So I'm going to come on to my right toes. All my weight is in my left leg at this point, so maybe I can pick up right knee. And then stay here for perhaps 3 to 5 breaths. And if you want to play with releasing your grip, you can. And then we'll put the foot down. Shift the hips, and we're going to do the other side. I'll do this one on a chair just so you can see how we do it on a chair. Fingertip control, we know that this chair can support us, but it's not super heavy, right? Fingertips. I come onto my left toes. My weight is shifted now all into my right leg. So this leg is very strong right now. And then I can lift up that left knee and I stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. And then we'll put that foot back down. Let's wiggle those hips a little bit. And now we'll make our way back to seated in our chair. It feels good to sit down, and we'll sit back. So slide back into the chair, connect your feet to the floor again. Yes, and if you like, come back to our Brahma Mudra, that gesture of vitality and strength, tucking the thumbs into a soft fist, and then letting those first knuckles meet each other. Elbows, shoulders down. The invitation here, again, is to soften or close your eyes. And take a moment to notice how you feel right now. What's the physical body feel like? What's your energy level like? Now we'll release that mudra. We'll twinkle those fingers. Or you can keep the eyes soft, and we'll bring the hands to heart center and recall the intention that we set at the beginning of our class. And then we'll release those hands. I like to slide to the edge of my chair, sit up tall. And thank you, my friends. Thank you for joining me today. Stay well, and I hope to see you again soon.